Hi everybody, welcome. I'm going to bring in the Pleiadians now to see what they'd like to share with you about this solar eclipse coming up in Cancer. Oh, we are delighted to be with you, and it's going to be an interesting eclipse, this one, because it's full of energy. It's got a lot of energies and different energies. Strong energies, softer energies, subtle energies, powerful energies, energies that are going to knock you off your socks, and energies that you maybe just sense, but you're not quite sure you can put your finger on what's going on. So what can you do about all this, and what's this really all about, this solar eclipse? Well, you see, it's about stepping into stew. Stepping into stew. Stepping into stew. You see, imagine a pot of stew. Got all kinds of ingredients in it, haven't you? Got a little bit of salt and pepper maybe, a few spices, herbs, a little bit of vegetable of this and a bit of that and a bit of the other. And it's all a bit of a mix. And really this is a big mix. A big mix. You've got a group called Little Mix. Well, this is a big mix. A big mix of different energies, all coming together in one big stew. And really it's your job here just to let yourself fall into the stew and not be so particular about whether you are really close to a parsnip or whether you're closer to a chive or an onion. It doesn't matter. It's all together, you see. It's all one. You often want to put yourself separate and say, well, I only like chives, and I'm only going to associate with chives. And the spring onions had better stay away. But you see, you don't actually open yourself up to all those varieties that in fact make the wonderful stew. Because you get a wonderful stew when you bring in lots of different flavors. And each of you has a different flavour, and your flavour changes, doesn't it? Yes, you might be quite sweet one day and a little bit sour the next, yes? One day you're oh so sweet and easy and going, and the next day, yes, and even within the same day, in the same hour, yes, you go up and down in your sweetness and your sourness. And what you're trying to do really here is to allow everybody to be a part of the stew. And to allow yourself to change the stew and the mix in the stew. And to realise that you're never going to keep it exactly the same. You know how it is, even if you follow the exactest recipe, you never quite get the exact same result. There's always something a little different. And that's what we want you to realise about yourselves. You're always a little bit different. You're never the same. You're always changing. You're always moving. You're never stuck. You just think you're stuck. So for this eclipse in Cancer, we're going to suggest that you just put yourself into the stew. Never mind who you're sitting next to. Don't be so particular. If you're sitting next to some potatoes, well, just enjoy the potatoes. If you're sitting next to a leek, say hello to the leek. Yes, really make friends with all the different varieties that you've got on your planet. There's so much variety of everything. Variety of insects, variety of animals, variety of people. And yet you tend to judge different ones. Yes, oh, it's a funny colour, that one's a bit old, that one's a bit too young, that one's dressed funny, that one speaks funny. Oh, goodness gracious, you go round in circles, you see, and you end up with a very meagre stew. Yes, it's very meagre. And that's what your life is like in many ways. Meagre, instead of being full to the brim, filled with life, as Jesus said, the fullness of life, you see. And that's what is being called for here at this eclipse in Cancer, is to experience that there is a vastness, a boundlessness to you. But you've got to drop all the things that you don't want to be near or sit next to or be this or be that, and just let it be. And enjoy the differences. Celebrate the differences. Well, that's our message for you, dear ones. A little unexpected for Barbara. She really didn't know where that was going in the middle, and she probably was going to re-record. But we hope she's going to keep this take, because it really does say what we wanted to share with you. So we love you all very, very much, and we're going to celebrate all your differences with you. Hi everybody. Well, I didn't expect to be talking about stews, but since Cancer rules food, I suppose there is some kind of a correlation there. So I hope you concoct a very pleasant tasting, rich, full stew for yourself at the time of this solar eclipse. Thanks very much for listening. Bye for now.